There was an offensive explosion at MSG today as Karl Anthony Towns, Jordan Clarkson put the Knicks on their back for a 140-132 victory over the Miami Heat. It's your boy Kev, co-host of Knicks and Ish. Yo, Fras.
Hit the intro.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Action!
Tell these
Take
rappers
the
I'm
gun.
outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives, cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap, the melody rap. If they can put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Welcome to Precinct.
When we stand on the finals, bring that same energy, nigga!
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Live and direct on your YouTube screen. It is your favorite Knicks and Ish panel. And of course, y'all already know the vibe because I am the one and only Parlay Lord, aka Fras Taz, here in the building, as always, with the Knicks and Ish panel. Never limited it to and always included the first lady of Knicks and Ish. Mrs. Knicks is always in the building. Shout out to Sid. You already know I got my guy, the infamous Knickerbocker Ave, of course, out of you, soldier. And as always known here, last and never least, our co-host here at Nixon Ish, me partner, our boy, Kev Rodriguez is in the building. Of course, shout out to the panel. Blow, blow, blow. And as always, y'all, press like for your favorite panel. Sharing is always caring. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure the notification bell set to all so you get all notification when next ish goes live. And of course, before we get into it, I need to do some housekeeping. Somebody take me to the comments, please. Mr. Phillip York is in the building. Shout out, fam. We see you out there. Like Jay in the building. Yes, 140 points. We're going to get into that in a second. Let's finish up with housekeeping. Michael Pringle is in the building. Shout out, Michael Pringle. I don't see Darlene yet, but of course, I'm going to give a shout out to Darlene as always. Sis, we know you probably going to pull up and end up watching this video anyway, so much love. Shout out my guy T Time out there in these YouTube streets. You know, got to shout out the host here before I get into it. So before I let the panel take it away, let me set the stage real quick. So the New York Knicks get some get back on the Miami Heat earlier tonight with a 140-132 win at the Mecca MSG, and also brings their record in the Emirates NBA Cup to 1-1 with a zero differential by way of the 10-point win tonight. As you see on the screen, Karl Anthony Towns, 39 points, 11 rebounds, dropped 31 in the first half. Absolute horror in the first half. And yes, that's not a misprint, people. You are seeing that correctly. Landry Shamet, 36 points in 37 minutes off the bench. But there's more to talk about than just what y'all seeing on the screen. So we gonna get into it real quick. Um, Jordan Clarkson, 24 points, 5 rebounds. Um, I don't even need to see the stats for some of these. Mitch Robinson, 10 rebounds, all of them offensive. Okay. Um, that bench scoring was crazy, but yes, OG Anunoby left this game in the first quarter after 5 minutes with a hamstring injury. Did not return. We're waiting to see any MRI results. I don't think they confirmed any like what kind of grade injury it was or whatever yet. So we still gonna be waiting to hear that official word. But Hannah, talk to me.
Go ahead, Knickerbocker. I think it's pretty obvious. We were going to ask that question later on. Who was going to be the one to step up? And two of them said, "Hold my beer." That's what happened. Karl Anthony Towns exploded in the first half with 31 off, right before halftime. And then Landry Shamet said, "I got the next round," and took care of business. And the Knicks just basically did what they had to do. I mean, between Shamet, between Towns, and then you had Jordan Clarkson doing what he could do, even doing his thing on the offensive rebound tip. Yet, Jordan Clarkson rebounded all offensive glass. That's what led to the victory. 140 points. That's beautiful to see, but we have some other things that we have to discuss because while the Knicks did pull off the victory, get that get back that was much needed from that earlier loss to Miami, the reality is that this is what we have to discuss. That is defense. I mean, we can't hide from it. It's there, but this is Knicks.
I mean, I think it was a great game. It was super fun to watch. And I'm going to go with my stats. 32 assists. It will win you games. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Notice, losses, we have little bit of assists. Wins, we had 25 plus. And today we had 32. We out-rebounded them 51-46. Out-rebounded them offensive rebounds 20-15. That was the difference. Our bench absolutely stepped up. Like Knickerbocker said, without JB, someone had to do it, and they did it. It wasn't a matter of us not believing in them. It was a matter of who was going to do it, right? And tonight it was Shamet and Jordan Clarkson. Them two went off. Shamet had the game of his life. The game of his life. He was even taking it to the hole like he was JB. I mean, it was great to see and to know that all these games that we're going to have to play without JB, which we don't know the number, someone else may step up, right? It may be Josh, it may be Deuce, whoever else. But all of our guys are very capable. But it was super good to see, this is the reason we brought Shamet back. And we're glad he's a Knick. And I'm glad that the fans in MSG gave him his flowers today because he absolutely deserved it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it was a much needed win. Karl Anthony Towns definitely showed up in the first half and played his best. That second quarter explosion was a great team. It was a great team effort. But then Landry Shamet just come out of nowhere. I know we was debating about this all off season or who we should keep and who this and who that, and Anna been on top of it the whole time with Landry Shamet. And today he completely came through in the game where we needed it most because we lose Jalen Brunson for let's say 2-3 games the most. Let's say that's just and then we lose OG 5 minutes into the game, for him and Jordan Clarkson too, for them to come through and step up the way they did, man, that with that next man up mentality, this is all we could ever ask for from the guys, man. I mean, it was a full team effort. Yeah, it was a high scoring game and Miami put up 130 points, but for us to come up with 140 points and a much needed win, because to me I think this was a much needed win after that tough loss against Orlando. I mean, what more can you ask for from this team, man? Full effort all the way around. I mean, There was a few things I think that we could do better defensively. But other than that, I mean, what more can you ask for, man? They gave us a show. I even shout out the Miami Heat, man. They played their hearts out. They gave us a good fight all the way to the very last second. It was. I'm like, yo, are y'all still gonna keep going? Because listen. I was liking what I was watching. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoyed the whole game from beginning to end. So yo, shout out to the guys, man, for stepping up big when we needed them to.
Facts.
And the panel said a lot already, but I'm gonna just plug
Wait,
in a
my bad,
couple of.
Fraz. My bad,
Go
Fraz.
ahead.
I'm gonna work on my intro next time, y'all. I'm gonna work on my intro. I'm gonna
Go
work on
ahead.
my intro.
Right.
It's my first time. I'm new to this, so just I got y'all, man. I got y'all.
And just to add on to what the panel already said about tonight's game, I don't know if anybody noticed, but Mikal Bridges had 5 steals tonight. Okay, which shows me that Mikal Bridges was doing his part, getting in the passing lane, looking for an opportunity to get a turnover, and it was pushing the ball a lot tonight on the fast break. Um,
Hold
one
on, let
thing,
me let me interrupt. 7 steals.
thank you, thank you, and that means Mikal Bridges had 5 of those 7 by himself. So that
No, he
tells
had
you.
7 steals by
Oh, he
himself.
has 7. Oh,
He
excuse
had
me, my
7.
bad. Well, thank you. See, there you go. This is part of what we like to call Wingstop 2.0 over here at the New Look Knicks office. All right.
7 steals,
Um,
2 blocks too.
2 blocks, yes. One thing that wasn't mentioned that I just saw on the screen, Josh Hart definitely did had the triple double tonight because I was debating on taking him for a triple double tonight. Had 12, 12, and 10 off the bench. This was usual Josh Hart night right here. Looking to drive to the basket, get an easy bucket. Took the three. He made that 3-point shot in the floor of his game. And speaking of the flow of the game, one thing that I mentioned here on Nixon Inch earlier about guys like Landry Shamet and Jordan Clarkson was the fact that that's all they needed to do was just play within the flow of the game. And you saw that from Shamet and Jordan Clarkson tonight. They both played within the flow of the game, and it paid dividends for us in a game where we didn't have our superstar Jalen Brunson on the floor. And other guys said, let me take on the challenge of stepping up and putting up the points that we need to win this game. Even though we didn't play well, particularly on the defensive end, because Miami shot very well in this game throughout. I will say that the Knicks continued to keep the lead. They didn't relinquish the lead, even though Miami got within 4 towards the end of the third quarter. The Knicks came back and there was a 10-0 run at the end of the third for the New York Knicks, put the lead right back up to 14-15 before the end of the third quarter, which eventually segued into the fourth, where the Knicks basically had it from beginning to end because of the overall play and the fact of Landry Shamet deserves to be here. And if you didn't think he deserved to be here before tonight's game, let tonight's game be a reminder of why he belongs here. Because again, he fits what the New York Knicks are at this point right now in the NBA. Also, I can't front. You gotta give a big shout out to Mitch Robinson. Wait, hold on. Before I talk about Mitch Robinson, yeah, you see, Shannon brought that energy tonight. You see that corner three. As a matter of fact, before I talk about Mitch Robinson, I want to delve into Shannon's stats because y'all really got to get an understanding of this. I think he had like, I know he had like 6 3-pointers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Correct,
he
right?
was 6 of 12. Yo,
Okay, 50% from three, y'all. And then somebody give me his 2-point numbers. He was 12 for what from 2-point range? 12 for what? I know he made 12. Or I know he made 12, but he was 12 for something from the 2-point range.
12
No,
for
he was 12
19.
of
12 for
12 of
19.
19.
12 for 19 overall,
Yeah,
right?
Right. 12 for
overall.
Okay, yeah,
19.
that's what I meant.
12 for 19. 6 for 12 from the 3-point
That's
line.
what I meant. I apologize. That's what I meant. Overall, 12 for 19. So 6 for 12, right, from three, right? So that means he was 6 of 7 from the 2 point range. Okay? 6 of 7. And a lot of those was layups. All right? A lot of them baskets was layups. And we made it a point here on Nixon Injury. We've been saying this since before the season started. Attacking the basket is critical to the flow of the New York Knicks game. You saw it tonight. And if you see more of it, just know that the Knicks is definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with in the Eastern Conference come the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I think it goes without saying that if the Knicks diversify their offense and not be one dimensional, because right now they're leading the league in corner threes. They're also leading the league in most taken threes. They're leading the league right now in 3-point percentage. So it's a plus. But what do you do when the threes are not dropping? Do you diversify? Do you adjust? And obviously, in the game against Orlando, they didn't. And that resulted in a loss. Tonight, it was a little bit more a diverse attack. You had a lot of inside out, from Karl Anthony Towns. You saw a lot of inside out, definitely from Landry Shamet. He wasn't just a spot up shooter. He was attacking the rim. He was getting into the paint and going against guys that were twice his size and still yamming on dudes. I mean, there was that dunk in the third quarter. Where I'm like, it's like Shannon dunking for real. I mean, there was some. I mean, yeah, yeah. And it's like that's Landry Shamet, and it's like I didn't think that was part of his game. Yet, Cat saw him, Cat found him, and he just right there. I mean, it wasn't the cleanest finish, but I'm gonna take it anyway. That's still a poster, on most playgrounds. That's still, this.
That's supposed to. He got a piece of it. Look, you just saw the replay. He got a piece of it, and everything is still winning.
So, I mean, that kind of effort, that kind of attention to detail, and that kind of diversity in the offense will make this team as competitive and as versatile and difficult to defend. I mean, Miami, Cat gave them their flowers a little while ago. I'm going to give it to them as well. Give ups to Miami. No Tyler Hero, no Bam Adebayo. Yet they're still one of the most high power. I think they lead the league in scoring. They lead the league in pace. They lead the league in so many offensive statistical categories, and they technically are a lot better than their 7-6 record would show. So the fact that the Knicks, without Jalen Brunson, without OG Anunoby, and pretty much without Mitchell Robinson, because he was in foul trouble early. He had 3 fouls by the first quarter. That should just tell you right there that the Knicks have enough offensive firepower to handle them. Now, here comes the question of how do you clean up that defense? Because at the end of the day, 132 points is 132 points. Usually that's a loss. So how do you get around that?
I think that our biggest problem is allowing almost 50 points in the paint and not being able to guard the perimeter. Those are our 2 biggest problems. And until we don't fix that issue, we're gonna continue to be able to have to win games scoring over 140 points, bro. Because I don't see no adjustments so far on the defensive end. I see that every time there's a problem offensively, they fix it, but defensively they struggle constantly, especially against these young, fast teams like Miami, Orlando, these taller teams. You're seeing it constantly. Chicago was running it up on us. Milwaukee ran it up on us. Pause. Jesus Christ. But if they don't, transition defense is a problem as well. Like Miami was taking it coast to coast on us every chance they got. So if they don't fix that problem, bro, it's gonna be an issue this year, bro. It's gonna be a big issue.
I mean, just to add on to what Kev said, you can't allow teams to come into Mecca shooting near 50% from three.
Right.
At one
Right.
point, they was shooting over 50% from three in the game, and that's what kept them in the game. Like they
We.
3-point shooting, and then
Mhm.
and then we were making poor decisions, getting into foul trouble. And that kind of slowed us down a little bit. But again, guys stepped up when needed to, and the Knicks only had 8 turnovers this game. That was the one thing I didn't get to mention. We only had 8 turnovers this game, and I would like to see that the Knicks is starting to protect the ball more and cutting the turnovers out. Like as long as we could keep it under 10 turnovers a game, we good. Like
And I feel like the that 2-3 zone defense that we was playing kind of like slowed them down from taking it to the paint, driving it to the cup on us. And in the second quarter, I believe, if I'm correct, somebody correct me. I think they started
mhm.
playing that 2-3 zone
Hmm.
defense,
Yeah.
and that kind of settled them down. And that's when we went on that 40-point explosion in the second quarter. But in the third quarter, they kind of adjusted and they started playing more aggressive. They started taking it to the cup on us more, which kind of put us in foul trouble. But I mean, you gotta expect this from teams like this. We're not playing bum teams here. But Miami this year, to me, honestly, I know they had good young talent, but I know it's early too. But I didn't expect them to be this good. And so far they showing why they're a good team in the East right now. So I think that's a team that we got to watch out for in the near future.
Very near future. We played them again on Sunday
Look at that.
in Miami.
Home.
In Miami.
I
So,
mean, I think our transition defense isn't as good as it should be.
Nah, it's not.
On top of our 3-point defense, which we've struggled with for the last couple of seasons, to be honest.
Yup.
And I don't really even know how to fix that problem, to be honest. To fix the 3-point defense, I have no idea what to do. Because I mean, we have the best defensive wings in the league, and we still getting tortured behind the 3-point line. So I'm guessing probably the zone, but I don't know. I don't even know.
A lot of it be effort too, though. A lot of it be effort. You know what I mean? A lot of it be them lack of effort, slacking, not getting to their man on time, not reading the cuts and stuff like that. So if sometimes it be Cat needing to step up too when he doesn't. You know what I mean? And if that's gonna continue to happen, man, these guys are NBA players. You leave them wide open. They'll knock them down. And don't get me wrong, there was some shots that we got to, that we were there, that we contested, but they was just knocking them down. I think they shot 40 over 40% tonight from the 3-point line. 43%. So, with that, and this has been a constant problem for the Knicks, like you said, Anna, for the past 3-4 seasons. If you just got to put a little bit more effort, man. If you put that effort in, you will get better results.
in reality, I think the Knicks need to put a point of emphasis in protecting the ball in terms of attacking, the ball handler. I know.
Right.
What I'm talking about. Whoever's picking up the ball they need to put a point of emphasis in guarding him and applying the pressure on that player, and then sticking to their man before switching to the 2-3 or any other version of the zone. They have to play straight up basketball, and the crazy thing is that the Knicks can do that in the wide open full court. But once they get into the half court set, then they have to start, making their reads. And I think that the Knicks, for all intents and purposes, they lack in that. They really do. We're so used to being a Tom Thibodeau, defensive first kind of team, but now with this extra emphasis on getting to the corner first, shooting 43s, making the additional passes, I think that the Knicks are starting to drift away from a lot of the principles that Tom Thibodeau did do. I mean, given Tom Thibodeau didn't make a lot of adjustments either, and we all know that. We loved him, but he didn't make those kind of reads. But he did make an emphasis on attacking, the primary ball handler. If it was the point guard, if it was anybody who's bringing down the court. So for some reason, the Knicks have just tried to get back on defense, which is great. But then, the primary ball handler will come down. The 3-point shooters, will be left open on a double cut, or they'll be getting left open just on a switch, or they just find that mismatch. And so I think the Knicks need to figure out a different scheme from all the switching they do, and be able to guard that 3-point line. I mean, Mitch is going to be Mitch. If he's not in foul trouble, he's going to be in the paint, so you can rely a little bit on that. But the Knicks need to figure out how to get more favorable matchups on defense. And I don't know how they're going to do that, because one thing I keep on saying, I said it repeatedly in the last show, we are undersized in a number of different positions, especially in the backcourt. So how do they do that? I don't know. But they need to figure it out, because we're playing Miami again on Sunday, and then we have this crazy road schedule. That 5-game road trip where we're playing teams like the Dallas Mavericks. It's gonna be a tough one.
Nah, it is. And the effort, if they could come right and fix that kind of problem, like defensively, the Knicks is gonna be one of the toughest teams to beat, right? Another thing I think that they need to do, like I think you said earlier, Av, about the offense, right? I think that if you find yourself with the 3-point shooting, right? You said something about the 3-point shooting not going down. That's when you need to attack the basket like they did tonight. You know what I mean? Like tonight was one of those nights that our 3-point shooting was on, so it looked good. It looked good, but on a night that our shots are not dropping, this is what I like to see the Knicks doing, attacking the basket, being aggressive, putting pressure on that defense. Because that's how you're gonna be able to win games, especially against these top teams in the East. Because it's only gonna get harder from here on out. You know what I mean? And this, to be honest with you, I get Mike Brown. You want to shoot 43 points a night, 43 pointers a night, but sometimes that's not gonna. You're not gonna be able to constantly shoot 40% every night from the 3-point line. There's going to be nights like in Orlando where we off and we're not shooting the ball well, where we need to be more aggressive like Cat did tonight in the first quarter. I think we had, let me see how many points in the paint tonight. We had 50 points in the paint. If we could keep doing that, 50 to 60 points in the paint on nights that our shots ain't dropping, I think that's another thing the Knicks could fix, work on. You know what I mean? Moving the ball around, working on pick and rolls and stuff like that. I think the offense will be way more elusive. As a matter of fact, I remember Mike Brown talking about pace and moving and playing fast. And I think we still one of the one of the worst paid teams in the league. You know what I mean? I
Well,
think
third or fourth to last, I think.
right, and you know we're not playing as fast as he said we would. You know what I mean? So I think that's another thing that the Knicks need to work on to really improve this team. I think that's what they mean when they say we need to get better, or we can do better. Whatever it was that they were saying.
We can be better.
We can be better. So I think what that means, you know, in those aspects, like on defense, they can be better. The 3 point, you know, the not defending the perimeter. On transition defense, they can be better. Getting out rebounded in games like Orlando, and they can be better. So you know, if they can fix those problems, man, I mean, shit, bro, we're gonna be even hard to beat.
I think my next question will have to be, you know, this was a good game, a good team effort. You know, down our captain, down OG Anunoby. Obviously, we know what we have to do. It's the next man up. Who's going to be that guy? Tonight, there was two of them. But looking ahead at this road trip, we got Miami on Monday, Dallas on Wednesday. We're in Orlando, who just beat us the other night, next Saturday. Then, you know, we get a little bit of a break, sort of. We got Brooklyn on Monday, the 24th. And then we're in Charlotte on Wednesday the 26th before we return home to play Milwaukee and Toronto starting on Friday, November the 28th. So, not knowing when we're getting JB back, not knowing the extent of OG's hamstring, and God forbid any other injuries, who's the next man up? We'll start off with you, Mrs. Knicks.
You on mute.
My bad.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a next man up. I think it's going to be a total team effort. You know what I mean? Something like tonight. Yeah, guys are going to have big nights, but then, you know, there's going to be nights where Shamet doesn't score this much, right? And so I think it's just going to be a total team effort until we get everybody back. You know, missing JB's 30 plus points a night is a lot. And so it's going to take more than one person to make up for that. I think the most important person is going to be Cat, to be honest. Because if he can do what he did today, basically, in the first half, it then opens up the floor for everybody else, right? And not saying he's going to do it every night, but somebody needs to. But to me, Cat is the most important. If you think back to last season when JB went out, it was Mikal and OG who stepped up huge. So I'm expecting them to step, you know, well, at least Mikal, because he's playing, to step up. But I don't think we should put it on just one person. I think, you know, everybody's going to have their game, and, you know, they better be ready for it, because y'all coming to Dallas next week. And I'm not taking a loss in Dallas.
Interesting note. Deuce McBride started in JB's place tonight. Only played 9 minutes.
Right, because I mean, think about it. Clarkson had a great ass game.
But we all know you mentioned it last year when JB was out for those 11 games. In some of those games, Deuce went ape shit. I think like 2 30-point games in that stretch, and he was averaging about 7 assists a night. So with that being said, Kev, do you have someone in mind as going to be the next man up while JB recovers from this, what is it, grade 1 high ankle sprain or something like that?
I mean, honestly speaking, like Anna said, it should just be the team itself. But really, I think the person that we need for him to step up the most is Cat. Like because you're our best player right now on the court. We pay you to be that player. We traded for you to be that player. So yeah, I want Cat to be that man to step up, hold the fort down until JB comes back. I want him to be more aggressive. Stop complaining to the refs because I see too much baby crying all the time. And listen, Cat's my guy. I love Cat. I've grown to really appreciate him as a Nick. But you complain too much to the refs. I need you to play. I'm gonna need him to step up big time, especially on the defensive end, not just offense. I need you to step up big time on defense and stop committing stupid fouls. That's what I need you to do because we need you to be on the court at all times. Now that JB and we don't know how long OG is gonna be out for. So another guy, another thing I gotta say, man. Like I need Mike Brown to give my man Tyler Kolek some minutes because obviously Deuce doesn't look comfortable running the team. He does not look comfortable running the team. And I think he's one of the guys that can handle the ball well. He got vision. He goes to make other guys better. And if I think it's about that time you open up the rotation, and this is the perfect time to give him minutes. The next man up right now. We need a point guard right now. He's young, he's talented, and you're just wasting his talent on the bench. So Mike Brown, if you listening, give my man some minutes. Give my man some minutes, man.
I think it's also crucial to note Jalen Brunson leads the league in first quarter scoring, and you're going to need someone. Tonight it was Karl Anthony Towns,
Right.
but the nights that it's not him, you're going to need either a player or a number of players to supplement the 10 to 12 points per first quarter, especially going into this crazy road trip. I mean, I guess that would be the next question, and hopefully Fras comes back. Is the predictions on this 5-game road trip? Again, we'll run it down. For those who are not aware, we start Monday night, so we have a free weekend. Monday night in Miami, Wednesday night in Dallas. That's a 9:30 start. Saturday in Orlando, 5 o'clock start. Monday night, we're in Brooklyn, so technically that's another home game. Wednesday in Charlotte before Friday night on November 28th, we're at home to host the Milwaukee Bucks. So, Fraz, welcome back. How do you predict the Knicks will do in that 5-game stretch starting on Monday?
All right, so it starts with Monday with Miami, right? I know there's a game with Milwaukee in that stretch toward the end of the 5 games, right?
So I'll read it to you again. So Monday in Miami, Wednesday in Dallas, Saturday in Orlando, Monday the 24th in Brooklyn, which is another home game, Wednesday November 26th in Charlotte, and then Friday November 28th we're back home to host the Bucks.
Okay, well, we talking 5 games. I see us winning at least 3 of them 5 games on the road. I mean, I know we could, even without JB, we could take care of Brooklyn. Um, I know we could beat Miami. We just gotta sharpen up on the defensive end. We can't let them. We can't let them beat us like they did in that first game in Miami. Yeah, I mean, because that's usually MSG South. I mean, Fluky in the building. We see you out there. Shout out to you, my guy. Wait. I know you said Brooklyn, right? Who else was
Charlotte,
there?
Orlando.
Charlotte,
Charlotte. Yeah, that's a
Orlando.
W. Orlando. We can't let them. We can't let them get us like they got us the first game. I think we win that game actually on the second game this time around because there's adjustments that's gonna be made from that first game. So, and as you've seen so far this year, Mike Brown, we know he's willing to make the adjustment when needed because that's why he calls a lot of them timeouts. He makes them adjustments. So, yeah, I could see us at least winning 3 of these 5 games on that road trip.
Kev, same question.
I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna sleep on nobody, but I'm a with confidence. I'm gonna say we go 4-1. I feel like we're gonna get back against Orlando. Even though they're a tough team and that was a tough loss, but I think we're gonna get our get back. I definitely think we can beat Miami. Um I think Dallas might be the sleeper one. I'm sorry. I'm
Don't do
sorry,
that.
Mrs. Nick.
Don't
I'm
do
sorry.
that. Don't do that. Don't do me like
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
You
sorry.
can't
I'm
name
sorry.
names
Don't
and
kick.
teams,
Don't beat my
right?
ass. Don't beat me up. But I really feel like we're gonna go 4-1 on the road. And watch out. That's the only team I think that's gonna give us a problem. Other than that, I think we're gonna go 4-1.
I think we're going 4-1 as well, but we're beating Dallas. We're not. They better don't come here and take a L. No, I think the team we're gonna lose to, as much as I want to beat them, is gonna be Miami. I think winning on the second night of a back-to-back home and home is always hard. Do I think we're capable of beating them? Absolutely. Clearly, we won today. But winning the second game is always harder. So I think 4-1, and if we lose one, it's going to be Miami.
I'm gonna go with Fras on this one. I think it's a 3-2. Honestly, I agree with you, sis. I think that Miami is going to be coming back. Now that they're going to be on their home court, you're playing the Knicks. For the second straight game. That's always a favorable advantage because you're basically playing a series, and so you're a little bit comfortable. It's basically a continuation of the last game. So I think that Miami is, and Eric Spoelstra. I mean, you can say what you want about him, but he's a very talented coach. He does make adjustments. He knows how to coach the game the right way and gets the most out of his players, and that Heat culture is real. So I think that's a game that the Knicks might have a really tough time to. And then, of course, Dallas is I don't know, for some weird reason, I figured that JB would be back for that game, considering it is Dallas. And he has history there. That was his former team. And he always seems to be, to have a little special moment when he comes back to Dallas. But I honestly feel that it's going to be a 3-2 road trip. 4-1, I'd be more than happy. I'd be more pleasantly surprised if it's 4-1. But if I'm putting my money on it, and Parlay Lord, you can check me on that one, 3-2 on the parlay. I think we lose Miami and Dallas, and we win the rest.
Y'all trying to kill me, huh? Y'all want me to die in Dallas in that arena?
I was about to say, I
I
really
just
don't
feel
see
like-
Let me
the
go
Dallas
back
game,
because
bro.
I have to look it up. So Anthony Davis is out in Dallas. He's out.
Yeah, and there's no Kyrie,
And
but they
PJ
still
Washington is out.
and Kyrie's out.
And Kyrie's out.
Yeah.
So y'all
But
want to
somehow
change that? Because y'all giving me high blood pressure right now. And the game is like 4 days.
You know what? I'll look at look. All right, I'll adjust my answer. We'll win Dallas right now. Dallas. The fact of the matter is, I wasn't very sure about what they were. I figured that Cooper Flag would be trying to show out his his rookie of the year, basically hand giving crown. However, all right, I can see the Knicks taking the one in Dallas. 4-1. I'll for the rest of you. 4-1. Knicks lose in Miami. They win, and then they win the other 4.
Listen, we need to play a little bit of devil's advocate, okay?
I said at least 3 wins. All right, that's what I said. At least 3 wins.
3.
Yo, that's it, man. Like it's
Yeah,
it's every team will sneak up on you. Brooklyn will be snapped shit for all we know. Charlotte, So these teams in the East ain't nothing to sleep with, but sometimes we struggle with teams. That's the only reason why I feel like Dallas has had our number the last few seasons, if I'm not mistaken.
So we going 5
Hey,
and 5.
listen. I hope we do. Listen, if we could go 5-0, my man, God bless you, my brother. I will come back here and salute you personally for picking the going 5-0. Oh, Jimmy J. Oh, what up, cuz? Listen, Jimmy. Listen, you my guy, bro. If we go 5-0, I will personally shout you out on this. I will personally shout you out, bro. Personally. I hope we do go 5-0.
You know what? How about this? Those of you in the chat right now, let us know in the chat, what is your prediction for the next 5 games? I already ran them down to you. It's very simple. Monday in Miami, Wednesday in Dallas, Saturday in Orlando, Monday back in Brooklyn, Wednesday in Charlotte before they're coming back on Friday. The Milwaukee Bucks. What do you say the Knicks record will be after that 5-game road trip? Hit it on the chat and be sure to cop yourself some Knicks and Ish merch at the Shopify. The link is scrolling across the bottom or now on the top. If you're on your mobile screens, for some weird reason, it's now there now. I don't know. I didn't create StreamYard, folks. Don't get mad at me. I don't know. So they started doing this, but what is your prediction? What will the Knicks do in this 5-game road trip? Put it in the chat. If you're in a super chat, we will highlight you immediately and shout you out.
And one other thing, let's not forget, if I'm not mistaken, the Knicks are still looking for their first win on the road.
They are.
So that is another reason, why we gotta be on the up and up, man, because we still haven't won on the road. We think we only lost 1 game against Orlando at home, but playing on the road, we haven't played well yet. So we gotta put that into consideration too.
We're 0-3 so far on the road, and now 5-1. Michael Pringle. But we only have 5.
Yeah.
So you mean 4-1 or 5? There you go. Frankie Fingers. See 4-1. That sounds more like.
Well, you named 16 because you named Milwaukee, which is.
Yeah, we come home from Milwaukee. We come home.
Yeah, that's a home game. That's why I didn't count that one.
No, but I think that Michael mentioned the Bucks, so that's why he said 5-1. That's why.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He mentioned the Bucks.
Yeah. Okay. So with the Bucks 5-1, yeah.
He's smoking that heat pack.
Yeah, we got that heat pack.
Shout out to my man Chill, but that was a hell of a game, man.
Chill, man.
He did.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Let me speak to Chill real quick. Yo, Chill, y'all hold up on the area. Jag försöker när man gör fan lite kinda. När kommer MSG kommer check over Mecca basketball and things so now be the Knicks and basketball. No sir. I'm sorry. Man. Remember that. Yo, we'll see you in Miami Monday. Get your podcast, but I might pop up over there and come talk some shit. Talk my snake. Word.
No, so
Shout out my guy Chill though. So love.
So-
So love. Don't get it twisted.
So
So love.
on that exchange, number one, we need subtitles because I want to know what the fuck he just said. Two, if he's got a podcast, we're already on one. How about we challenge you to come on ours? We'll jump on yours.
He been here already.
We tried that last season and it didn't.
But this time we'll coordinate it better.
Yeah,
We
that's
can
a
coordinate
fact.
that.
That's
So
a fact.
sure.
We was too, I think at this time, I think we're more at a mature level now of, and I
We are, but are they? That's the question.
I think we be alright. I think we'll be alright.
It's good. Wins the game at the buzzer. Pulls up.
That's funny.
That's the challenge, bro. They're the challenge from Nixon to you. What do you say? Let us know.
Word. I got you. If I hit him up, it's whatever, that.
All right. Any additional thoughts on tonight's game? The victory and.
Hold on.
I hope Landry Shamet gets the 10 boots today. He deserves them 10 boots.
Well,
Man.
the 10 boots is for defense.
For the defensive player. The protection
alright,
gets for the defensive player. Yeah.
I got you.
But I did want to add something. You know what I mean? Being that I'm the parlay lord and all that, right? Right. I don't know if this shit gonna be a green or not. But right now I got a sheep pending with DraftKings. That's a green right now. But you know that because the OG got hurt in the first 5 minutes, he eligible for that loss thing, whatever you call it, that DraftKings got. So I'm seeing if that's gonna be a winner or not. If it is, when I come back on the next live, we're gonna have to post a green sheet for the New York Knicks from yours truly, the parlay lord. You know what I mean? Because I don't think some of y'all really think I do this. You know what I mean? But the people that know me as the parlay lord, like Kev, shout out Molly Mall, shout out to Michael Port, people like that who know me and see how many of them Jones I post. Yeah, no, I do this. So that's just a little invite. So we're gonna leave this hanging until next time for y'all. I might be coming back with a green sheet, so just be on the lookout for that in the next episode. You know what I mean?
There you go, Kev. They go to 10.
Yeah.
Oh, my man Josh. Yeah. My man Josh with the triple double. Let's go, baby. Know what I mean? The smallest dude on the court, Mr. Magneto himself. Word. Telling you, boy, my man is a beast, and all y'all fans out there crucifying my man. Like he ain't about his business. Like he ain't him. And the thing that got me hype about this game, I don't want to say the N-word, so I'm gonna say ninja. But he said, "What the fuck this ninja think this is? What the fuck this ninja think this is?" I was hyped when he said that, bro, because that's the Josh Hart I want to see. I want to see Mr. Aggressive, Mr. taking it coast to coast on these bum ass dudes. This is what another thing that makes our offense so much better when you start playing like that, bro. That's another side of the fucking offense that if they start doing shit like that, it's shit, boy.
I swear, when Josh did that move and he put the brakes on, I swear, came out when that happened because Homie slipped and kept going, and Josh put him up. But that wasn't that.
Hart with 5. Screen.
I hope they make an AI. I hope they make an AI video.
The fake and floater.
Yeah, there it was. He kept on sliding, and he was gone.
I hope they make an AI video. You know how they make the AI video where the guy flies in the air and then he flies into another state and then he flies into another country and then he flies over
Yeah,
here. I hope they
yeah.
make one of those because that was some fly shit, man. That was a dope play right there.
So just so
Especially
y'all
to end the
know,
quarter.
tonight Josh recorded his 16th triple-double as a Knick.
Hell yeah, talking about my man.
He's tied with Richie Guerin for 3rd place in franchise history.
Ooh,
Man,
he's
come
moving
on,
up
bro.
the ladder fast.
Put some respect on my man, Mr. Magneto's name, bro. The smallest man on the court at 6'4", out rebounding guys that's half his size, and he's a freaking guard, playing out of position almost every single time.
Listen,
Hart
the
doesn't have a position. Josh Hart plays
Bro.
all positions.
Every
Bro,
position.
he is
Wow.
like the motor.
Too, knowing him.
He is like the motor, like the transmission, bro. He keep going and going
He's
and
the
going and
Energizer
going,
Bunny.
bro. The Energizer Bunny, bro. Like his energy is different. I don't see other players that kind of match that kind of energy or plays the way he plays on both sides, not just one side. Not just
Yeah.
one side, both sides.
Yeah.
And don't leave him open for 3. Please don't leave him open for 3 because he will knock that shit down on you.
He is the. I said the other night. He is he is like he embodied the spirit of New York, and he's not from here so much. And he is such a Swiss Army knife that he can do just about anything you need him to be. Whether you need him to swing the ball to the open man, go coast to coast, rebound the ball, shoot an open jumper, put a nigga on skates. He's that dude. He's not gonna fill up the scoreboard as much as most people would want him to. But he packs those statistics like crazy. Triple-double, 3rd all-time on the Knicks hit list. I mean, what more can you ask of him? I mean...
And he's hurt.
He's hurt.
Damage, the whole 9 yards, and he almost busted his ass in the 3rd quarter again. I'm like, come on, man. Why am I not players, man?
Listen, he ain't Jeremy Linning us, where he's like, 85% healthy, and I'm gonna sit out because I need money. No, he's out there putting everything out on the line for us, busting his ass every game, whether we win or lose. So, put some respect on Josh Hart, man, because without Josh Hart on this team, there's a lot of things that we will not be doing, like rebounding for one. That guy rebounds like he's a center. And not just defense or loose balls, diving, throwing his body, putting his body on the line, for us to win games. And y'all constantly disrespecting this man, which I think is crazy. And listen, David Smith, please put that comment on put that comment. Put that hater shit. Yeah. Listen, appreciate you for coming through, David Smith. I appreciate you, my brother, for coming through. But we not haters here. It's called constructive criticism. And every single player on this team can get it. Whether they play good or bad. If they play bad, we're going to say they play bad. All right? That's the name of the game. It is what it is. We pay him a lot of money for him to be the player we need him to be. And if he's gonna be doing stupid shit, we're gonna call him out on it. That's it. Period. You know what I mean? So put some respect on us. We not haters. We love Karl Anthony Towns. But constructive criticism is constructive criticism. And if you can't get it, I don't know what to tell you, bro. But it is what it is. But over here, we support Karl Anthony Towns and everything he does. But on days that he don't play well, we calling him out. And we're not sorry about it either. Because last time, Av called his ass out, and the next game, your man exploded. So it is what it is, bro. It is what it is, bro.
But listen, wait. Since we're on the subject of haters, right? Let's talk to the Josh Hart haters. Because I've been wanting to address y'all for the last 2 lives now. Yeah, I mean, well, y'all people talking about Josh Hart because he had a little couple of games of bad play because he was just getting accustomed to the offense. Where y'all at right now? Why I don't see y'all popping out the woodwork like y'all was the first couple of games? Y'all are hiding right now. Y'all know it because now Josh Hart looking like Josh Hart of old, and y'all eating y'all words. Remember, we said it here on Knicks to Ish. We told y'all it's going to take him a few games to get right. Once he got right, look what happened. A lot of these guys, like Shamet, like Jordan Clarkson, we told y'all here on Knicks to Ish that it took these guys a couple of games to get accustomed to this offense. They're making it happen. Look at how Jordan Clarkson and Shamet shutting y'all up tonight. I don't see none of y'all out here who was getting down on Jordan Clarkson, talking about Jordan Clarkson today. Oh, it's all gonna be high praise for Jordan Clarkson is more than I know. But I want y'all to keep this same energy throughout the season. Don't play flip flop all season, all right? Stick to one side of the line, all right? Because you can't be playing both sides of the fence in this book. You know what I mean? End of the rain.
Drop the mic. Oh,
Shit,
Wait,
we smoking on some. Listen. Belt to ass, like Mrs. Mix would say.
Facts.
They're saying, why don't we criticize Jalen Brunson? We criticize everyone. No matter to the fan. It don't matter who you are. You play right, we give you your. If you don't play right, we're gonna call you out on it. No matter who you are. I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I don't. I'm wrong to the New York. The New York jersey. This is the 80s. When it comes to this team, I will criticize every single fucking one. No matter. What's more, am I in love with I'm all this shit just because I'm getting ratings or some shit like that? I really don't give a fuck. I criticize anyone, no matter who they are. But if they play right, I'm gonna give them their flowers. I'm gonna give them their credit. But I feel it's love because I've been a Knicks fan since 1988. I've criticized Patrick Ewing, I've criticized Carmelo Anthony, I've criticized Stephon Marbury, and I'll to their fucking face. It doesn't matter who the fuck it is, and for the record, I'm not a cat hater. But me being the myself, I have to love this man. But because I always wanted this man to be on this team, since the day you were supposed to, hopefully we would get the number one pick, we ended up with 4, we ended up with 46. I was mad as hell when he went to Minnesota. I was mad as hell when he signed his extension. Why? Because I was hoping that one day he'd come to this team. Now he's on his team. And now you want to come on my show, our show, on this fucking panel and say that we're criticizing only specific players? Fuck out of here, man. Now, well, she dropped. But I was wondering, anybody else want to rant? Because I'm getting sick and tired of this shit.
Drop the mic on
I
me,
think, yo, that was a long rant. Yo, I think that was the longest rant we ever had, bro. That was dope.
It had to be said though, man. It had to be said, man.
That was dope.
Criticize everybody here. How many times we talked about Brunson in games with bad passes and bad turnovers in the fourth quarter and timely situations? Like, come on, man. That's how I know you ain't been watching Knicks and this enough, bro.
He hasn't been watching.
That's a fact. That's how I know you ain't been watching this show enough. So you can't even come on here trying that. I mean, don't even try that, bro.
Listen, David, we been woke. We been woke. None of us here sleep, bro.
Word.
None of us here sleep, bro. You could go back. Listen, you could go back to episodes. You could even go back to episodes when it was just me and Mrs. Knicks. Like, you could go back that far and you could find all kind of evidence. We don't hide, we don't duck. When we say something that's not right, we call each other out on it. You know what I mean?
I mean, you could go back to episode 1 and 2 of this season where we talked about Jordan Clarkson.
Right.
I've also spoken on things that JB needed to improve on. So you can absolutely go back. You can go watch every episode.
That's why I said you ain't watching. You ain't watching enough.
Go back to his comment about tonight was the passing of the torch from Brunson to Cat as a Knicks player. Bro, I get it. You are infatuated with Cat. It's clear. That's your picture. I understand. But this will always be JB's team, my guy.
Who's the captain, my guy? That's all I want to know.
This is his team. Now, I'm not saying Cat is not an integral part of this team. They're a 1-2 punch, absolutely. But ain't nobody passing no motherfucking torch off of JB.
Wait, who averaged more? And I'm done. Who averaged more?
But honestly, like, it's not. Listen,
Exactly.
but it's not even about nobody passing the torch, because we don't even got guys on this team like that. There is no, there's no. Everybody leads in their own way. Everybody is a leader on this team. You know what I mean? There is no egos on this team. These guys all love each other. They know what it is. If you go down, I got your back. We brothers. I'ma hold the fort down, like I said earlier, until you get back. That's their job. There is no passing a choice. This is your job, bro. When I get hurt, you gotta take over. You gotta run the team now. You gotta put this team on your back. Because as a matter of fact, that's what we traded Cat to do. We traded for Cat to be that guy. So, whoever can't understand that, it is what it is, man.
I think that we should be done talking to this troll for a little bit. Let's go around for final thoughts. Fras, why don't you lead us off? Final thoughts tonight.
I mean, all in all, excellent win for the Knicks, even though it's still some defensive things that need to be worked on. Can't be letting teams come to Mecca shooting near 50% from three, because usually these type of stats are a recipe for disaster for us. So next game we play them in Miami. Need to be adjustment. Need to cut their 3-point makes down, and we need to continue to play this consistent type of basketball. And I'm gonna add with one stat that I don't think was mentioned tonight. I think this is like the Knicks in the last 5 games, the Knicks have scored 130 or more in 4 of those 5 games, excluding the loss to Orlando. So that should tell you that this Knicks team is on the right track. Top 5 overall in offense and defense. And they understand there's more room for improvement. I like where we headed.
Mrs. Knicks?
I mean, I think if we stick to what we know wins basketball games, right? Like moving the ball, playing the best defense we possibly can, out rebounding teams, doing the little things. We tell our boys that we coach baseball, the little things count. Those little things matter. And, same goes for basketball. It matters. And I'm going to end it on this. Don't come to Dallas on some bullshit, because I'm not with it. I need a win. I don't care what Kev said. I need a win. No, I think last season we lost when they played here because Kyrie
I was
dropped
just
like
about to say
50.
she's going, and she said that. I know she's gonna be in the
Kyrie dropped
building.
50. No,
Yeah, he
we
did.
win.
Oh,
I
whoa.
need belt to ass
Showing
on the
that. Oh,
Dallas
shit.
Mavericks next Wednesday.
We're gonna need to put an AT out on all Texas roads, the American Airlines Center. Make sure that it is safe, because if the Knicks do lose, Mrs. Knicks is going to be looking to put belt to ass to somebody.
She's gonna be looking for me. I'm gonna have
Oh
to
God.
run. Yo, Frankie, help. Help.
She gonna be like, I told you not to
Nah,
say
listen, I'm
no
gonna be
name.
honest. I think we just gotta do what, play defense, man. I think that's our biggest thing. If we play defense, we win games. If we rebound well, we win games. Play fast, play strong, play with that next man up mentality. And be smart with the ball. Don't start having 6 to 7 turnovers in the first quarter, because that's how you lose games. Play with energy. And if we play that way, we'll be fine.
He's not there to drop 50, so that should be good.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'll finish up with my final thought is that everything that the panel's already said is true. The Knicks need to get on great starts, especially in Miami and Dallas. Those are two teams that we really have to look out for, especially Miami, considering we just beat them tonight. And so if the Knicks take care of business, play basketball with there's still that next man up mentality, and I don't know. In this 5-game stretch, I see at least one big game from Deuce McBride. I just see it. I feel it in my bones. He's going to have one of those games, and it might be the game in Dallas. Just the matchup might just be what he needs to see. But 4-1 is pretty much the expectation. 3-2 is acceptable, but 4-1 will be better. 5-0 will be great, and I think that at least by Sunday or Monday when we come back from that Miami game, we'll have an idea of how this road trip's going to be, because we need a road win. We're 0-3, and you're not winning a title going winless on the road. That's just common sense.
Well, since you mentioned Deuce, I'm gonna say this. I'm sure Layla will have her Deuce jersey on. But some words of
maybe that'll be good luck. That'll be some good luck.
That'll be good luck, right? Deuce, we know you're capable. You've worked your ass off to be in this position. So we need you to show out. We know you can do it. We believe in you. We have cheered you on. You were the kid we were cheering for when we kept saying play the kids. So we know that you're more than capable. So, and we know you watch this. You watch replays, you watch our clips, because we see you. We believe in you, and we want some big games from you because we know you can do it.
Word. We rallied for you for years, bro. I mean, rallied. And we've seen you grown into the player you are now. So, just play with confidence, man. Stop. Sometimes you see himself, you see him, man, he like second guesses himself all the time, bro. Stop second guessing yourself. Just play fast, play aggressive. We see that you worked on your 3-point shooting, you know what I mean? Because you knocked them down constantly. So, just that inside game is what we need to see, man.
Absolutely. Well, that will conclude this tonight's episode of Knicks and Nish. We want to thank each and every one of you for showing up tonight, giving us that energy, giving us that love. Even the troll, we're going to just, give him his flowers. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Is always caring. We will see you on Monday night. be sure to hit up the Shopify. Be sure to copy yourself some merch. There'll be some new stuff coming up in the woodwork. I know I keep on saying that. T just has to get on the ball with that one. For Kev, the co-host, for Mrs. Knicks, for Fras, the parlay lord himself, I am the infamous one, Knickerbocker Avenue, saying keep on talking that Knicks and Ish everywhere you go, because constructive criticism, we all build and win together. That sounded really corny. I'm sorry. Guys,
I hit the ouch.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap the melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it.